Alrighty. Yeah, go for it. So what are some things that you think are important that you'd like to say?
Like mostly because I live mostly in the streets. Like it's like shit hurts, you know. Like there's people around everywhere just shooting down, but you gotta be smart about the whole thing. Okay, you gotta be like, okay, you gotta just like be smart. Do I want to attack this person or just like peacefully walk away? You know, like I'm just here, just chilling. Okay, I don't care whatever opinion you are. If you're gay, bisexual, straight, I don't care. Okay, even I had a fight with someone who was like, "Oh my god, Trump is so racist. Oh my gosh." I'm like, dude, is other people's opinions. Like, I don't vote for Trump, but if you're gonna like have friends and you're gonna say, okay, we're gonna disagree and then break up with them, like it's like fucking bullshit. I'm sorry.
So yeah, well, could I ask you a little bit about like your situation? Like what kind of context do you live in? Are you kind of in a poor neighborhood? Are you like what is school like for you?
Oh, I'm like in a satisfied area. Like I like CPS is good and all, but private schools for me are like, okay, I could just course with a lot of people that I know that are not likely to go and feel what I feel. Like you may be poor, you may be rich, but you always have that middle part. Okay, you need to just like always like hang out with those middle people. It doesn't matter if you're rich or poor. To me, I don't care. Okay, I know people who had like situations of like their house getting burnt down to a crisp and they needed a place to stay. Like obviously, it's like a caring impact, you know. Like, but yeah, it's like you know, it's kind of tough in this city because like riots
What
and like
what city? What city are you near?
I'm in Chicago, like
Oh,
straight in Chicago. Yeah, I'm fucked. I'm sorry, but
no, no, yeah, no, that's fine.
like it's like quite dangerous to be around. My parents are always like, you gotta be careful about like the people that you hang out with. All right, I hanged out with thieves, I hanged out with thugs, I hanged out with molesters. I know these people, but I'm not like, yeah, these are like I want to be like them or I want to know. Like I gotta be smart, you know.
So for you, so interesting. So for you, like, do you feel like you have a pretty supportive family?
Yeah, I have support. It's just that like they're not like, oh, you have to go here, you have to do this, you have to like. No, I'm like, you just be careful, but you could go anywhere you want.
So do you have any stories? Like, what do you think is a story or two that you have that is something that has influenced you for who you are today?
Oh, I actually have notes for that. Hold on. I'm just gonna grab those notes because obviously I write down my stuff because like shit is hurting. Okay. And yeah. So what happened was I was really close to this person. Basically this was my girlfriend. And what happened was that I was like, okay, we could do this, we could do that. You just have to ask your mom. And she's like, yeah, my mom passed away due to like a thug. She was like a citizen. She was just a bystander, and then she got shot. And I was like, damn. And I was just like cuddling with her, and like it's hurts and knowing like what the hell has happened to the city. Like people think, oh, this is so peaceful. There's no conversations. There's no debates. But in reality, there's a bunch of dangerous stuffs here. And I'm always like, okay, I gotta be safe. Like it made me more like just keeping an eye on what the fuck is happening.
And I don't know how do you feel about this situation? Like, do you think you would like to live in Chicago? You'd like to continue to live there, or would you like to move away? Or
Obviously, I would like to try to move away. The college that I'm trying to get into is like all the way in LA, and like yeah, even though there may be like more stuff like uh riots and all this stuff in LA, at least they're like calm about it. They know what they're doing. Okay, but Chicago, it's outrageous. Like I had to get myself a BB gun to like just just keep an eye on like okay, you could only pull it out when you need it to. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I totally understand it. And I don't even bring it anymore. I put it in a tin can, and I'm just like, do I really need to use this? Like, it's like saying it's an actual gun, and that's not even like smart, you know.
Do you like when you're saying like you're hanging out with people who are kind of like shady, I guess you could say, like what interests you about them that you continue to hang out with them?
Well, first of all, Amigo is one of them. Like you meet strangers around the world, and obviously, like you get used to them. You try to act like to me. I'm trying to just act funny, act cool, act like okay, you guys could like me. Like I'm a compassionate person. I'm a kind person, and actually, like it's like I care about my friends too much. Okay,
What does
and
that mean? That's really interesting. That's really interesting. Could you kind of talk a little more about that?
like basically, like you just like you can't do anything without them. Okay, like if you like accomplish something, only your family. Okay, and I'm not saying family is just bad. Okay, but like you also want to be like, okay, I trust them. Okay, I want people to talk to in school. I want people to talk to in activities. I want people to talk to me at another state or another country. Okay, so like it's you could just like relax with them. They're like your family. Okay, you don't leave without them. You don't like say hi to them. No, you don't say you don't like not like shit. I'm sorry.
No, no, no. There's nothing to be sorry about, man. This is literally just you and me talking about your experience. So like your experience, there's nothing wrong with your experience.
Hmm.
So I'm just listening, and you don't have to say anything you don't want to.
Yeah, like just move them away. Okay, it's just like kind of tough, this, and it's just like don't be a dick to people. All right, that's basically what I constantly said to myself, and I always tell stories to myself just to stay positive, and I tell people to do that as well. Like I express my feelings through 1 to literally 16. I know it's insane, but like like you just gotta think positively. Don't think negatively on a person or event or something happened.
When could I ask you like when you think of someone who is a strong person, what do you think about? Like how would you describe what a strong person is?
Me, basically me. I don't get over my feelings, like neither physically or emotionally. Like, yeah, I've been cheated. Like, no, not cheated on, but like I've talked to people and they're like, "Oh my God, you're such a terrible person. You're this." I'm not like crying all that. I'm just like, okay, I could deal with this. It's his opinion. It's not my opinion. And if I'm thinking about that, I just be like, okay, just just calm, and don't do anything stupid, and just like,
Oh, that's interesting. Cuz I like yeah, I think that like accepting feeling is strong though. Like I think there's a difference between like accepting feeling and being like, okay, yeah, that makes me really sad. That makes me really angry. And then letting it pass because you accept it is a sign of strength because it shows that like an acceptance of reality. Whereas like I think there's a conception in our society that a strong person is someone who shoves their feelings down rather than letting it affect them and then moving past it. And I think that kind of pent up, I think whenever you push your feelings down, I
you'll
mean,
get depressed and all that.
yeah, exactly. Like it builds up, right? And then that's when people lash out and use anger for bad, hateful reasons rather than for loving, compassionate, constructive reasons.
Yeah, I
I don't know.
understand that because like
Yeah.
that's exactly what happened to me. I broke up with my girlfriend, and literally the first people that I talked to was one of my friends that was older than me, and I was literally talking to her like, the hell do I do? Like, do I like go out on Tinder, which is a stupid idea. Plus, I'm underage, so like it's kind of pointless. But whatever. Um, or do I do this or do I do that? And she's just like, just talk to your friends, okay? They're there just to support you. They're just basically there. Even if you have a bowl of ice cream, that won't help you. All right. It's just like, you just need to be strong, okay? You need to actually just calm down. You will get over it. And over time, I did get over it until I found another person, and the same thing exactly repeats. And thank gosh COVID is here. I'm sorry, like COVID is a pain in the ass, but like what does it lets me relax, okay? Even if school affects me, I just get to relax by myself. I finally have my free time, so I don't have to be like, okay, I gotta do this, I gotta do this, I gotta do this, I gotta do this, I gotta go here, I gotta go there. It's like, okay.
Yeah, you have your time to yourself now, You don't have as many social obligations that you feel pressured that you have to get into. Yeah, I totally feel that. Yeah, that I think, you look at kind of our leaders today, right? Getting back to this idea of be strong, be strong. And it's like,
They're
I don't
not
know.
doing that.
Well, yeah, I think that leaders think that if like you don't show your vulnerability. But I think it takes a lot of courage. Like you said, you went to your friend and you were expressing your feelings to this friend. Like that takes vulnerability. That is strength. That in itself is strength. The whole idea of, oh, like you'll get through it, you'll like just ignore it and move forward.
Like that did help me, but mostly it was thanks to my friends because I would just hang out with them, hang out with them, hang out with them, and I would like forget about her. Like I didn't really need to be like, oh like sorry.
No, dude, no. I really don't care what you say.
No, it's just that my parents are like still sleeping, and I'm like, fuck. But like basically I was just hanging out with them and I would forget her, and it basically helps you rebuild because after that breakup you collapse, you turn into pieces, and if without friends you would just have to do it by yourself. Now that's gonna take a long ass time, okay? And you're gonna be in lust for this person or envy or like all those things combined.
Yeah, yeah. Interesting. Yeah. So, like, where are you right now in the process of all of it? Like, looking back on this person who you cared a lot about, like, honestly, for you, like, where are you with that in the process?
I'm over it. I'm well, not technically because I have a new person in my life and now I'm trying to get over her. But mostly like I and because I can't see my friends there anymore, I can't hang out with them or yeah, that's basically the whole struggle. But I just text them. We say, "Yo, you want to play this game? You want to hang like do a Zoom call? Do you want to do this? Do you want to do that?" Like I'm down to just like chill, all right. But then eventually they will just lose it everything, just lose it, and they won't even like be like, okay, I have to text this person, this person, this person, this person. They're just gonna be like, what do I do now? And they just like don't pay attention to you. Like that's the hardest. But then you have like yourself, and also this website, even though I just found out that I could use it on this stupid computer, um, I was like, okay, it's fine. It's fine. You could just chill at your house, just like do this to entertain you, like clean your room, clean this, work out, do this that can make you positive.
Hmm. Hmm. So, kind of like wrapping all of this up and like what do you think are some of your biggest lessons that you've learned, and what thoughts would you like to leave with the audience that's watching now?
Like, if I'm gonna be honest, like, just like I would say watch a lot of YouTube videos. I'm sorry, but like a lot of YouTube videos like make me cheer up. Like I constantly watch PewDiePie, KSI, and especially this person, Young Don the Sauce God. Now, Young Don the Sauce God actually is an impactful person. This person literally talks about like his personal life. He's like saying, um, how I obviously got drunk my first trap party, but always has a memo after that video, like understanding. And I consider watching him because that was like, okay, I take his advice and then I move it to mine. And that's what I also tell other kids because they're texting me like, oh my God, should I give with this person or I lost this person and he is super important. And I'm always there just like, listen, just like, relax, just watch YouTube or just talk to me just in general, you know.
Mm, that's great, man. Yeah, that's absolutely. Yeah, so watching YouTube videos that kind of help you to process the things that you're going through and adjust other people's lessons and advice to your own.
Like mostly like I also help a lot of people that are just in need. Like sometimes especially here, like they're going to sleep. I'm just like pointing out, listen, just don't listen to other people's opinions. It doesn't matter. It only matters about you and your own opinion. Okay, you just gotta chillax. You gotta relax. You gotta be caring and show love to yourself. Literally hug yourself to stay positive. And I mean, like until this shit is over with, or you do hang out with your friends, then just go hang out with your friends. Then you'll just stay happy, you know. And I know you'll have memories inside your head. Like that's mostly important, having memories. I like to do is write a journal. Well, I did, but I just would write a journal and just be like, okay, gotta do this, gotta do that.
Dude, you got to check out this book that I think you'd really like. The artist.
I'm not sorry, but I'm not a book guy. I like what's funny is that on my grade, I'm really good at math, but I don't like reading. But I have an A in reading and a C in math, and I'm like, this doesn't make sense.
Well, I think the reason that I suggest that, I think that you could probably look up YouTube videos on that book, actually. So maybe check out some YouTube videos on it. If you type that in, I'm sure people have done the book because it's like it's what you're talking about. It's taking advice that this artist has and applying it to your own life, and taking the advice and actually doing projects. One of the things being a journal, a daily journal, to like help you to get to know and love yourself better. So it's like right up your alley. You should absolutely YouTube it.
Okay.
Yeah. And dude, so for my videos, I include a name as well. So I'll put like, whatever you want to go by, Chicago. What would you like to go by?
Um, just Matthew. Okay,
Sure.
just Matthew.
Tell me.
Yeah.
Cool, man. And so I'm gonna be uploading the video right now. You can check it out on my YouTube, building_bridges. It'll pop up in like 10 minutes.
Oh, I thought you were just like saying, okay, that's basically like what you're talking about. You're not going to be talking about. I was like, building bridges. Like, how am I supposed to say, okay, building bridges like are amazing?
Oh no. That's the name of my YouTube channel.
Oh, and the underscore or just a space?
Yeah, no, it's an underscore. People always forget to put that there. Yeah.
I feel like for you, this should be an easy walk in the park because during this time, you're actually going to be able to just like do a lot of YouTube videos and then constantly do that. Like
Yeah.
you're gonna because winter break is also coming, and I mean like it is a good thing.
The hard part is finding people who actually want to share stuff. You know, like
Yeah.
I've been sitting here for 20 minutes, and some people say, "Oh, I'm interested," and then I'm like, "Okay, like type out, you can record me or whatever," and then they're like, "Oh," and then they jump off, and
Oh
it's
yeah.
it's yeah, it's kind of it is saddening because you get rejected a ton, and I get rejected every day, but
I don't get rejected. Well, basically, to me, I don't go straight forward. Basically, what I would do is just like, all right, let me see if this guy's a good person. If he's like he's there just to chill. If he's gonna take a nap, he's gonna take a nap, or is he gonna just watch and just sit down and do absolutely nothing? Like me, basically, I'm just like, okay, yeah, I'm just chilling. I could talk whenever you want, easy peasy.
yeah, it's true. Yeah, if you come off as too formal, people are like, "What?" But if it's very informal and just like, "Hey, do you want to hang out and talk and whatever?" it's way more effective to for people to open up and allow to hear their story.
As soon as I was thinking, I was like, am I in a video where this guy's gonna be like, okay, this is, and he's teaching a class, and he's like, okay, this is a video of me talking to a random stranger, and then actually someone that I know, he's like, oh my gosh, that's him! No way! I'm like, oh no, I don't want to be that, but I don't seem to care. Oh no.
No, nope. No, this is just two people talking. And then what's cool though is, there are people who watch these videos. So the things that you're talking about and the lessons that you're learning and, the vulnerability that you have, people will hear it, and people will adjust their lives according to
My logic, yeah.
to your logic and also your lessons, the things that you've been through.
I mean, yeah, but like, it's this is like to me. I don't think it's a good idea. Like, it's not your opinion. It's like my like saying like asking a younger kid. I'm like to me, I'm expecting okay, you can talk to an adult about your experience, but then you go to a younger kid and you're like, whoa, he's had a dark past. Interesting. Like, it's like,
Well, this is the thing is that like as people get older, I mean, this is another thing too that I'm going to be doing is I have a new camera, so I'm going to go out and I'm going to interview strangers on the street. I'm going to interview homeless people, and so we'll get like a variety of perspectives. But like we as a society don't listen to kids. We don't listen to people under the age of 18 very much, and that's just dumb because some of the most innovative minds are kids are under the age of 18. It's with like this kind of creative energy is unbounded at during those ages. And
well,
so like why not cultivate some knowledge from young people and ask them how their experiences of school, like so many people hate standardized tests, so many people really don't think school is teaching them the things they want to learn, and like we need to fix that.
yeah, and also like I have two things. One is that like to me, basically a lot of my friends are saying, why is school so important? Why is this? And I'm like, okay, I know it's for a good education and your parents want you to like succeed, but I also agree with the exact same thing. Like, but if you want to go to a college and you want to go and get your master's degree, all that, like that helps a lot, and that's really good for you just to be like, okay, I know what I want to be. I want to be a nurse, a doctor. I don't know. Like I
Well,
understand that.
yeah, it's also like I don't know. To you, let me ask you a question. Do you think it is unreasonable for society or for people to expect an 18-year-old to know what they're going to do for their career their whole lives? Do you think that's reasonable?
Like to me, well, also the second thing was that I'm also doing the test, so you're lucky that I have time. But um, like saying it's your opinion. Like, oh, first I want to be a police officer. Oh, now I want to be a fireman. Oh, I want to be a magician. Like that's different types of things, and at once. Now, people may have their different things, and they unless they have a strong will to pursue that whole um dream that they want to be. All right, I'm not that person to say stop dreaming, stop doing this. Okay, and people even say or follow your dreams. People don't follow their dreams fully, and I'm like, okay, that's not supposed to be good. Obviously that's not good. You need to be success, or you need to believe in yourself, or just like a worthless husk,
Well,
just like,
let me ask you, let me put it in terms of your life. Are you pursuing your dream? Like, what are your dreams? What would
well,
you like to do?
well, during this time it's quite hard because I'm trying to be a professional basketball player, but due to COVID and my school district, they're not allowing me to go outside and doing basketball, going against people. So basically, I'm training constantly, just like, okay, I could do this, I could do this, and it's just like it's kind of sucks, but because usually during this time you'll be like, okay, scouts will be looking at me and wanting me to go to their colleges, but at this time it's like, nah.
Yeah. So how are you dealing with that? Like, how is that affecting? Like,
Well,
yeah.
not that much because my dad is a personal trainer, and he works with my body, he works with my legs, and I also go to private lessons, and I do those, and I really appreciate those.
So it
And
sounds like your parents are very supportive of your dreams.
exactly, yeah.
That's amazing. That is amazing.
Well, not all of them, because the other one is because my gaming addiction, and I've been also going into tournaments, trying to get into tournaments, and trying to be another professional gamer, and that kind of works. Kinda. It's just that you need to focus on basketball. You need to focus on playing video games, and then right, just a sliver is everything.
Is everything else?
Yeah.
No. Huh. Huh. It does your do you feel like you're doing well in school? Like, what do you think that school is even in what way is school useful for you?
Basically, like, it's just like a backup to me. Like, if the basketball and gaming doesn't work, I could always just go to a university or college and just try to be a math teacher, or sorry, what is it? A therapist. There you go.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
So,
interesting. Yeah. Huh, interesting. Do you like yeah, I think what I'm thinking about is just how we need to adjust school. We need to adjust school to be like not theoretical learning, like not sitting down at a desk all day and just like sitting at a paper, like
yeah.
exactly what you're doing right now. Like we can't be doing that. It needs to people need to be up and about, like to when learning chemistry, they need to be teaching that in like cooking classes. Like we have cooking classes, woodworking classes, mechanic classes. I don't know. I'm just kind of sick of
Yeah,
the education system.
I understand that. Um, there was a Tupac interview, and he was talking about, yeah, we do learn about history and we learn about math and reading, but what about like sexuality or racism or history, but about like race, sexuality, or whatever, or actually cooking, or if you want to be obviously PE, but what about like basketball class or baseball class, like specifics in mostly schools. I understand like middle schools, they have to learn lower stuff. Like they know how to add fractions, division, all that stuff,
Yeah,
all that.
basically up to algebra, right? Yeah.
But like that's when like was high school. That's when that's mostly there for, and also, sorry, I choked on myself.
You're good.
But yeah, that's basically like
Like why don't when you enter high school, why don't people ask like, okay, what do you want to do? What are the things that really excite you? And then you tell them, and then they say, okay, like we have these 10 different things that you could learn that could help you understand this better. What are 7 of those 10 classes that you want to take to try to advance your understanding in? You know, like that seems like it would be so much more useful. And like I'm sure there are tons of people who want to do similar things. And of course, more people will be taking certain classes than others. But that just asking kids what they actually want to do would improve education so much more.
yeah, that's what my like seminar teacher always talks about, and she was also talking about like college statements and values, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's interesting. Like show like what you want to do and what your personality is and what you want to do when you change the world. Like, do you want to be a doctor? I want to like cure diseases, or do you want to be a person who basically is a protest? Basically, I'm gonna
Yeah, an
just be,
activist. Yeah.
yeah. Sorry, it's
No,
just like I'm tired, and
no, you're fine. You're fine. No, yeah.
but like you need to just follow what you want. It doesn't matter like if you're if it's only for your education, you could also fail obviously high school, but you want to just like try to get a good education. I understand like sometimes if you get a master's degree and just a high school degree, you obviously get more money than that. Like I understand that, but like to me, you just gotta like follow your dreams. It doesn't to me like, yeah, about the money, but I also want to do something that would satisfy me, that I want to work there, not just like working at a freaking McDonald's and just
Yeah.
like eat McRibs the whole time and get
The
fat.
McRib is back. The McRib is back. Yeah, yeah. I feel you. No, yeah. Well, dude, I gotta tell you, you know, like, um, you're very articulate. You're very articulate, and your thoughts are very direct and fully formed. And
Sometimes I don't even make sense, and people are like, "Huh? What do you mean?" Like, I know what I mean, but
well,
what does it
well, yeah.
think?
Well, this is this. It's up to other people to ask clarifying questions if they don't understand. You know, like it's a two-way street. You know, you can communicate in your way and speak, you know, directly in the way of in which you're thinking. And if people want to understand, if they want to like really get to know the foundations of what you're talking about, they'll ask clarifying questions. And if people don't, then those people like just let them go. I guess because those people, if then those people aren't curious, and if they're not curious, then what are they doing? They're just
Point.
following the
Yeah,
crowd.
exactly.
So, you know what I mean? Yeah, dude, you're a cool dude. You're a cool dude. I feel very lucky to have met you tonight. It's really,
I know.
you know, yeah. So I'll ask you one last time because we went on a. Are there any other last things that you'd like to say before we get going?
Not really. I'm just tired.
Totally, man. Yeah, it is late. It's past midnight for you. So, all right,
I
man.
mean, for us gamers, we're just pull up all nighters and
Don't get a good night's sleep, man.
I need to finish this work. So I mean,
You know, well, well, yeah. If you have a test due tomorrow, then.
yeah.
All right, man. Well, I'm gonna upload this video, and
All right,
yeah, it was great talking, man.
all right.
All right, see you, dude.
See ya. Take care.